Hi kids, today we want to talk about grammar. I really like to write, so I need to have good grammar. Let's begin. Okay kids, let's do advanced grammar. Okay kids, let's talk about the passive voice. Chapter 9. There are two voices in English, the active voice and the passive voice. When I say active voice, I mean use an active verb to say what the subject does. If I say passive voice, I mean use a passive verb to say what happens to a subject. All right, look at the sentence pattern for an active voice. Subject plus verb plus object. The sentence pattern for a passive voice is object plus be verb plus past participle plus by plus the subject. But this is no longer a subject. We can call this an agent. Okay, so what does that mean? Active voice and passive voice. Well, let's look at the first sentence. The dog chased the cat. The subject is the dog. The verb is chased. That's the simple past. Chased. The object is the cat. So we have subject, verb, object. The dog chased the cat. Now I want to change this into a passive voice sentence. So the cat comes up front and becomes the new subject. The subject goes in back and it becomes the agent. The simple past verb changes to the simple past be verb and the past participle for chase. Remember, chase, chased, chased. So the passive voice now reads, the cat was chased by the dog. Most important is to remember that the verb chased in the active voice now changes to the be verb plus the past participle. So when you change an active voice sentence, you need to know the verb tense. Chased is simple past, so we use the simple past be verb. All right, so the dog chased the cat. That is in the active voice. The cat was chased by the dog. That is in the passive voice. Okay, let's take this step by step to really understand the passive voice. Step 1, be verb. There are 12 different verb tenses. Each verb tense has its own be verb. So let's review the 12 verb tenses and their be verbs. First, I want you to take out a green fluorescent marker, and we are going to color the verb tenses. Okay, I have colored the 12 verb tenses green. Let's go over them. Simple present, simple past, simple future, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, present progressive, past progressive, future progressive, present perfect progressive, past perfect progressive, future perfect progressive. Very good. Now let's take an orange and let's color the different be verbs for each of the verb tenses. All right, let's use an orange. Okay, I have colored the be verbs. Okay, for simple present, the be verb is am, is, are. For simple past, the be verb is was, were. For simple future, the be verb is will be, am going to be, is going to be, are going to be. For present perfect, the be verb is have been, has been. For the past perfect, the be verb is had been. For future perfect, the be verb is will have been, be going to have been. For present progressive, the be verb is am being, is being, are being. For the past progressive, the be verb is was being, were being. For future progressive, the be verb is will be being, be going to be being. For the present perfect progressive, the be verb is have been being, has been being. For the past perfect progressive, the be verb is had been being. For the future perfect progressive, the be verb is will have been being. Okay, now let's go through each verb tense and change an active voice sentence into a passive voice sentence. You need to use your colors and color just like I do. Okay, number 1, simple present. Active, Tom makes cookies. Tom becomes the agent. Cookies becomes the subject. The verb makes becomes are made. Active, Tom makes cookies. Passive, cookies are made by Tom. Simple past. Active, Tom made cookies. Subject Tom becomes the agent. Cookies becomes the subject. Made becomes were made. Active, Tom made cookies. Passive, cookies were made by Tom. Simple future. Active, Tom will make cookies. The subject Tom becomes the agent. The object cookies becomes the subject. Will make becomes will be made. Present perfect. Active, they have done the work. They, the subject, becomes the agent. The work, object, becomes the subject. Have done changes to has been done. Active, they have done the work. Passive, the work has been done by them. Past perfect. Active, they had done the work. The work object here becomes the subject. The subject they becomes the agent. The verb had done changes into had been done. Active, they had done the work. Passive. The work had been done by them. Future perfect. Active. They will have done the work. Subject they becomes the agent. Object the work becomes the subject. Will have done changes to will have been done. Active. They will have done the work. Passive. The work will have been done by them. Present progressive. Active. I am cleaning the room. Subject I becomes the agent. The room, here is the object, the room becomes the subject. Am cleaning becomes is being cleaned. Active. I am cleaning the room. Passive. The room is being cleaned by me. Past progressive. Active. I was cleaning the room. Subject I becomes the agent. The room, here is the object, becomes the subject. The verb was cleaning becomes was being cleaned. Active. I was cleaning the room. Passive. The room was being cleaned by me. Future progressive. Active. I will be cleaning the room. I, subject I, becomes the agent. Object the room becomes the subject. Will be cleaning changes to will be being cleaned. Active. I will be cleaning the room. Passive. The room will be being cleaned by me. Present perfect progressive. Active. We have been eating chips. Subject we becomes the agent. Chips, the object, becomes the subject. Have been eating changes to have been being eaten. Active. We have been eating chips. Passive. Chips have been being eaten by us. Past perfect progressive. Active. We had been eating chips. We changes to an agent. Object chips becomes a subject. Had been eating changes to had been being eaten. Future perfect progressive. Active. We will have been eating chips. Subject we becomes the agent. Object chips becomes the subject. Will have been eating becomes will have been being eaten. All right. There's the difference between the active voice and the passive voice using all 12 verb tenses. Most important is to remember the active verb becomes be verb plus past participle. You have to remember the different be verbs for each of the verb tenses. That is important. Part C. Make passive sentences. Again, you need to color the subject yellow, the verb green, the object pink. Number 1. The boat hit a rock and sank quickly. Firefighters rescued everybody. Subject, firefighters. Verb, rescued. Object, everybody. Rescued is simple past. Simple past be verb. Was, were. Verb, rescue, rescued, rescued. The boat hit a rock and sank quickly. Everybody was rescued by firefighters. 2. Richard's parents died when he was young. His grandparents brought him up. Subject, his grandparents. Verb, brought up. Object, him. Brought up is simple past. Simple past be verb. Was, were. Verb, bring up. Brought up. Brought up. Answer. Richard's parents died when he was young. He was brought up by his grandparents. 3. While I was on holiday, a thief had stolen my camera from my hotel room. Had stolen is past perfect. Past perfect be verb. Had been. Verb, steal, stole, stolen. While I was on holiday, my camera had been stolen by a thief from my hotel room. 4. Why did the boss sack Bill from his job? What did he do wrong? Simple past, did, sack, simple past. Simple past be verb, was, were. Verb, sack, sacked, sacked. Answer. Why was Bill sacked from his job by his boss? What did he do wrong? Why was Bill sacked from his job by his boss? What did he do wrong? Number 5. I saw an accident last night. Somebody called an ambulance immediately. Called, simple past. Simple past be verb. Was, were. Call, called, called. I saw an accident last night. An ambulance was called immediately by somebody. Number 6. Where did John take these photographs? In London. Did take, simple past. Simple past be verb. Was, were. Verb, take, took, taken. Where were these photographs taken by John? In London. Where were these photographs taken by John? In London. 7. Sometimes it's quite noisy living here. It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother is simple present. Simple present be verb. Am, is, are. Verb, bother. Bothered, bothered. Answer. Sometimes it's quite noisy living here. I am not bothered by it. Sometimes It's quite noisy living here. I am not bothered by it. Number 8. Somebody warned us not to go out alone because it's dangerous. Subject, somebody. Verb, warned. Us, object. Warned is simple past. Simple past be verb. Was, were. Verb, warn, warned, warned. We were warned not to go out alone by somebody because it's dangerous. We were warned not to go out alone by somebody because it's dangerous. Part D. Make passive sentences. Again, you must color the subject yellow, the verb green, the object pink. Don't be lazy. Somebody has cleaned the bedroom since we left in the morning. Subject, somebody. Verb, has cleaned. Object, the bedroom. Has cleaned is present perfect. Present perfect be verb is have been and has been. Verb, clean, cleaned, cleaned. Answer. The bedroom has been cleaned by somebody since we left in the morning. The bedroom has been cleaned by somebody since we left in the morning. Number 2. The managers have postponed the meeting because a typhoon has landed. Subject, the managers. Verb, have postponed. Object, the meeting. Have postponed is present perfect. Present perfect be verb. Have been, has been. Verb, postpone, postponed, postponed. Answer. The meeting has been postponed by the managers because a typhoon has landed. The meeting has been postponed by the managers because a typhoon has landed. Number 3. Somebody is using the computer at the moment and I can't finish my homework. Subject, somebody. Verb is using. Object, the computer. Is using, present progressive. Present progressive be verb. Am being, is being, are being. Verb, use, used, used. Answer. The computer is being used by somebody at the moment, and I can't finish my homework. The computer is being used by somebody at the moment, and I can't finish my homework. 4. I didn't realize that somebody was recording our conversation. Was recording, past progressive. Past progressive be verb. Was being, were being. Verb, record, recorded, recorded. Answer, I didn't realize that our conversation was being recorded by somebody. I didn't realize that our conversation was being recorded by somebody. Number 5. When we got to the stadium, we found that they had canceled the game. Subject, they. Verb, had canceled. Object, the game. Had canceled is past perfect. Past perfect be verb, had been. Subject, they. Verb, had canceled. Object, the game. Verb, cancel, canceled, canceled. Answer, when we got to the stadium, we found that the game had been canceled by them. Number 6. The city developers are building a new ring around the city. Subject, the city developers. Verb, are building. Object, a new ring road round the city. Are building is present progressive. Present progressive be verb. Am being is being. Are being. Verb, build, built, built. The answer, a new ring road round the city is being built by the city developers. A new ring road round the city is being built by the city developers. Number 7. The university hospital has built a new hospital near the airport. Subject, the university hospital. Verb, has built. Object, a new hospital near the airport. Has built is present perfect. Present perfect be verb. Have been, has been. Verb, build, built, built. Answer, a new hospital near the airport has been built by the university hospital. A new hospital near the airport has been built by the university hospital. Okay, kids, thank you for watching this video. Now I need you to do a big favor for me. I want you to like this video, and I want you to leave a comment for me. I want you to write, "Thank you, Mr. Radisha," and then leave your English name. Really appreciate it. Thanks.